Hello, beautiful soul family and tribe. So, welcome back. I'm very happy to have you here today for this new exchange of energies and brand new reading. So, also welcome if this is the first time. This is the Mystic Maze, and I am Am. So, for today, pick a card reading. The question is, what is people' last impression of you? And I'm going to start by reading the first impression and then the last impression that they had of you, my dear. So let's start to see together the cards and the mazes. So for maze number one, this is a star, and the card is some kind of stylographic pen, professional for writing. For maze number two, we do have a guitar, and we do also have the sun. For pile number three and maze number three, we do have balloons, and we do also have a target and an arrow for you to pick. So my dear soul, you can pause the video if you need time to connect with the cards, as using your intuition is the most prolific way to understand which way to go and what maze or maybe mazes, to pick for you. And whenever you feel that this is the right choice for you, you can click in the description box, and by doing so, you will find me right there at the beginning of your adventure and maze. I see you there. Hello, pile one. This is a pen, very particular, and this is your maze that you just picked. So welcome. Let's start by saying that this is so intriguing. I feel like very creative energies all around this card for storytelling, for many things, I would say. And this is like the key for you and for your maze. And we do also have this beautiful star, if you prefer to choose that. Very shiny. So let's start from the beginning. I would like to see some cards to see your main energy. So what type of impression do you make on people? And then we will use into rows of tarots for the first impression and the last impression, my dear soul. Let's see if it is resonating. We have water, so ocean, and a paper boat. We do also have a rock. So pile one, I'm feeling that in this case, I'm feeling like you're super creative, and it's like the energies that are coming to me of what people do perceive of you is like you're very narrative personality, assertive personality. So communication can be one of your main beautiful characteristic that hit people attention. I feel like you're also very emotional in this sense, and I'm feeling like you love to share your feelings that are innerish for sure, and sometimes agitated. You see many different lines on the cards too. So it's like intriguing emotions and the mental field. And I'm feeling like also you're starting to understand how important it is to have a boat in this kind of situation in the emotional field. So it's like you are learning something, and people do perceive that you have your equipment for facing the situation. And also I'm feeling like you express a lot of solidity. You feel like you're as solid as a rock, and that's what making you so coming from earth signs that I do perceive in here, while this one is more hair and this is more water signs. But let's see together. So if you like to see the first impression that people have of you, my dear pile one, by using some tarots, and then the last impression that they have. So I would like to see the starting point of pile one. If you feel of a specific person, I want 4 cards and the back of the deck. So the back of the deck is the Knave of Wands, is like the Page of Wands. Very beautiful, by the way. I'm moving the cards. Then we do have the Three of Coins, so of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we do also have the Knight of Pentacles. I told you earthish energies all over the places. So, dear soul, I'm feeling like the first impression that people do have of you is like a very collaborative personality. For sure, is like the way you propose to other people and the way you study. I'm feeling like the energies of our collaboration. So I'm feeling like you are very pragmatical as personality, and as first impact with people, they do perceive a lot of fire, so a lot of ambition, a lot of maybe you are being too naive sometimes and you rush into things a lot. That's the case, and I'm feeling like with those youngish energies of you that are perceived as a first impression, is like you're showing the world how passionate you can be on a topic, maybe in career, on also maybe on some kind of hobbies that you have, for example music, writing, also telling emotional stories, because I would really perceive that you have such a big and expanded emotional side. I'm feeling like with this card also is like a beginner with the, managing your energies. And I'm feeling like you're such an ambitious personality, and also for conquering new things, brand new adventure. You're always ready to explore things. And I'm really grabbing that no matter how, even though sometimes you stop yourself because I'm feeling like you get confused because you have too many things on your mind. It's like the direction in here is very of solidity. So I do not see very much emotional side in the first impression that you give to others, but this is like on the surface on things. I want to see also the last impression. I'm using another tarot card for you, another tarot deck for you, my dear, to see what is people's last impression of you. So we'll be grabbing 4 cards for pile number 1. Those are big and they are, escaping from my hands. This one or this one. I feel like this one. And I will use that as back of the deck. That was, by the way, the Ace of Cups. And we do also have, this is the, wow, the same thing, So I'm feeling like the first impression is really resonating with the last impression that they do have of you. So I'm really grabbing the sensation that there is some kind of congruent energies, coherent energies that you give off to people. And they do perceive that you are still a beginner in life for the moment. But I'm really grabbing the sensation that you are moving to something. So again, some kind of conquering of new boundaries, moving towards new limits. It's like you're unstoppable, and this is a beautiful message for you to start brand new things. It's like you are some sort of scout, some sort of warrior, and such a beautiful explorer, and exploring with your wand new territories. So let's see together the other cards, my dear explorer, for the last impression. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. We do have the 6 of Cups. We do have the 4 of Cups. And we do have Strength. I'm really grabbing that there is some kind of changing, even though I'm feeling like externally they do perceive that you are resonating with yourself. The difference between the first part and the second part is like they do perceive a much more work profile, career oriented, and also on study with this 8 of Pentacles as well in the first impression that they get of you. And I feel like all the solidity, all the pentacles are in the first part of your connection with a person, with other people. And I'm feeling like for you is much more easy to let other people discover of you. And if we see the 2 sides of the oracle cards, is like shown in here. So it's like you're a storyteller, very narrative, but I'm feeling like you let people in to see the emotional field that you have, the ocean that you have inside, only as last resource, so only for very inner circle of people, while on the contrary, your solidity, your rock is very as the first impact on people, you know, on strangers. I'm feeling like with this page that is walking through many adventures, there are many things that are happening in here. The first one is that you are recalculating your route. So this card is really representing some kind of harvest and fruits that you understand that you have in your hands, in your territory, you know, in your field, physically also. And I'm really feeling like you are trying to make further steps to that. So to be more pragmatical, to reach the 10, you know, that is not perfection, but is a sort of realization. And I'm feeling like by this recalculating of the route is like you're enhancing your energy step by step, and people do perceive that. With the 6 of Cups and also the 4 of Cups, I'm feeling like there was some kind of, is like you can be such a melancholic personality sometimes based on nostalgic things that happened in your past. And also feel like you can be as pure as a child in the intention to play, to offer a cup to people. It's like you're very playful, flirtylicious, sorry. And also feel like the way you want to share those cups is so noble of heart. So it's like as pure and as innocent as, you know, a baby that is sharing a story, sharing a playground, a common ground with someone, and is going to be very gentle, you know, very embracing the other personality. So the 6 is very full of many cups and many liquids. And I'm feeling like with this 4 is like you, people have the impression that you exclude some kind of offers from them, or you were refused by people. By the way, this could be possible way when we are reading energies that are for sure general, but also dualistic, you know, we are reading your energies and the other counterpart, that is strangers and people in this case. I'm feeling like with this 4 of Cups is like you are trying to see your maturity, your emotional maturity, and you're trying to count your cups. And by doing that, you do not see what's coming from the outside, okay? So I'm feeling like you keep some sort of distance again. And it's like you let them see your real and rich side of emotions only if they're part of your inner circle. So after they have conquered your trust. So in the end also, they do perceive you as very strong. And this card is also for sure for strength, is for diplomacy, is for being such a good orator, a good speaker. You know, it's like the way you use words, gentle words. And if you see more closely, a woman is not taming properly. It's like putting some flowers, you know, as garnishment on this beautiful lion, and they are hugging each other. So it's a way to demonstrate compassion. So they do see really some sort of compassionate side of you, and that is speaking for you. And this really hit their attention. So it was a very positive energy they do perceive of someone who is able to embrace also the beast, you know, that is the lion, and symbolically is also the energies of the emotional field. So I'm really feeling like they do perceive you strong and full of courage, and also, let me say, a lot of energies, but for the best. So for diplomacy and for a very good speaking also in group while working, and also in social events. Very beautiful and intriguing. Pile number 1. So this was everything for the moment, my dear explorer. I hope that you enjoy and take only the things that are resonating with you, leaving out the rest. I see you the next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading and to your maze. We are starting by the card that you just picked, that is the Sun, and is giving some kind of heat to this beautiful little house on the hill, very bringing a lot of vitality, of energies. So I'm really grabbing that you're very solar and vital. And then we do have this beautiful guitar that you just picked to give some sort of guidance or, you know, details, you know, for this reading. I will keep it here. So I will be using some tarots. Let me start by saying that with this beautiful sun that you have and represent, is like giving like the sensation also to people that you are not just somebody who represent a house, but also feeling like some sort of home sweet home vibe that you give to other people. So some sort of familiarity, some sort of tribe energies that they do perceive when they are around you. I feel like you can be very protective and very courageous and very with a sherry personality in general. Okay, that's the main theme in here. Let's see other two oracle cards and then we use tarots. Okay, we do have this is the yoga pond, as I call it, and this is another very tranquility vibe that I do get, is a dog staring at the star. As you can see, very bluish, and I feel like there is a lot of contrast between you and yourself and your personality. So there is one side of you, there is more for having party, get out, sing, and involve other people. And there is another side that is more of tranquility. So this is a very yoga vibe that I do perceive. So a lot of meditation, a lot of introspection that you may be making in your life. So I'm feeling like this is like the first energies that come into people as first impression too. And I'm grabbing the sensation also that these other two cards represent much more of an inner point of view. So the inner world that you have and sometimes share and sometimes not. But this is like much more deeper energies that you preserve for yourself. So if it is resonating, let's go on, my dear soul, as this is general. I want in some cards for you to see the first impression that people have and then the last impression of you, my dear. Okay. I want 4 cards. This one. Okay, I will use this at the back of the deck as back of the deck. And I will be using those as 2 cards for this. So let's see. We do have the 9 of Wands and the back of the deck as the Star. Wow. Very innerish, very youngish energies of constellation. So first impression they do see, that people have is the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is a very rich card telling you that there is some kind of fortress, there is a treasure, there is something that is, this is like a volcano in the representation. I really love it. And sometimes it's for somebody who is being guarded all the time, but it's like there is something more inside. So there is a part of you that is hidden inside this wall, is inside this volcano, and is going to erupt, but people do not perceive the whole energy that you have inside. We do have the 10 of Pentacles. We do have the King of Pentacles. We do have the Emperor. And we do have the Death card. So first of all, the first impression that people do have of you is very strong and direct. They do see you as a king, as the emperor, as somebody who is really, I'm not saying rich in life, but very satisfied. I feel like they do perceive that you have as first contact, as first energies they do that comes to them from you, is like they do perceive that you are such a ruler. So I feel like pragmatical energies of organization, mostly masculine energies, as we see the king and the emperor. I feel like of organization for sure, in business as well. I feel like they do perceive that some kind of pragmatism that you have. Many earth and fire signs that I do perceive in here. This is Mars, so and also Aries. So I'm grabbing that also with 2 major arcana, they do perceive your big and imponent personality that you have. So it's very visible if they like you or if they don't, because I feel like they do perceive you have also some kind of authority. I'm not saying that you want to rule them and to stay in command, but I feel like the leadership that you are, sharing, the energies of leadership are very strong, are on the table, and are very visible to everyone. Also, this card of transformation. So I feel like also cleaning of the energies. And if you see, all the three characters are holding some kind of stick, you see? They are holding some kind of sticks. Also, this one is not a proper stick, but is for very strong masculine energies that are coming to me. So energies that make no room maybe for emotions. Sometimes they are too, I would say, strict. I would say also extra potent. And there is no sign in here of emotional field and introspection, because those cards are of extrovert, for an extrovert soul, and energies that you give off. With this transformation card, for sure, is like you're reducing something and cut it to the bones. So this is for being ready to see no masks, no illusions. It's like you are looking for the truth of the self. Is like a lot of introspection and work that you're making to gain this tranquility that for some people could be also materialistic, for sure. Is like half mystical and half pragmatical. You are really proposing to them, express to themselves this kind of tranquility vibe, solidity vibe that you have, because I'm feeling like you're very satisfied in your life. That's, at least it's the vibe that they get. So let's see right now what is their last impression of you, my dear pile number 3, pile number 2. Okay, I want some card for you, my dear explorer. 2 of them, and I will consider that as back of the deck. We do have, wow, this is the King of Cups, whole emotional right now, and 4 of Cups at the real back. So with this King, is like, again, we do have masculine energies. This is for being so, while on the contrary, this King of Pentacles was all pragmatical things. This King is very supportive, very connected with emotions, and being very flirty. You see, is like a proper king, is like the dream king, very emotional, supportive, embracing other people, encouraging them, and making some kind of emotional guidance for them, such as shelter that he offers to people. Also sharing cups and offering, a lot of emotions. Yes, for sure. We do have, this is the Knight of Wands. This is the 6 of Pentacles. This is the Page of Pentacles. Wow. How many pentacles we do have today? And the last card is the 7 of Cups. So something is a little bit changing. I feel like more romantic point of view. They do have the last time they saw you, so the last impression that they have of you, that people have in general, my dear pile number 2. I'm really having the sensation that some romantic words or just gesture can be read if they go more, to dig deep inside of your energies. And I'm feeling like this is very romantic. It's like a ballad that you make and share with them. Very love words, very romantic words, but only in the end if they add the occasion to know you better, because I'm feeling like you are also on fire. Because yes, for sure, we have the King of Cups, so a lot of command and male energies that I do perceive, but also on fire. So it's like you have a complete a complete personality, and it's like also they do perceive you as somebody who's really able to help them if it is necessary. So I'm feeling like some kind of compassion too. That also, I forgot to tell you about the king is also king of compassion. So sometimes he's very strict, but sometimes the globe that he holds in the traditional tarot in his hands is for compassion, for companionship. So understanding that some mistakes are okay because we are human, and the best aim is to stay focused and be productive on things. And I'm really grabbing that this compassion card of exchange, the Six of Pentacles, is like when you put yourself not on a different level, but you can be the helper for people, and also they can help you. They feel like they can help you because there is some kind of bond, at least materialistical bond, but this is like being able to give and take. So I'm feeling like a softer image that they do have the last time they saw you, and with the last impression that they have of you. With this Seven of Cups, also we do have cups again, so much more sweeter and more romantic. I do perceive in here that this representation is like you having a lot of options. So I'm feeling like you can be courted by many people because you're so rich inside, so romantic whenever you want. So I'm feeling like you're very rich as personality. And this is for me like the card of Alice in Wonderland, where you give the impression also that you are full of resources, full of occasions. Maybe also with words, is like this way they do interpret you much more, clumsy, with your heads in the clouds sometimes, less rigid, okay? And for sure, full with many things, with pentacles, with cups, and with wands. So a lot of variety with your soul in their reading of your personality. And you represent the sun, so something that is benefic and is useful for every living creature. So very energetic personality that you have. So this was everything for the moment for today, dear pile number 2. So I hope to see you the next time, and I give you my best wishes. I see you soon. Bye. Hello, beautiful explorer. This is the card for you that you just picked. We do have an arrow, we do have a target, very precise, and of a card of determination for sure. But let's see together more and more your vibe for today. So let's enter your maze. And we do also have this playful for party time, balloons that are very colored and very different. And those are 3. So representing some kind of collaboration, some kind of, collaboration, friendship, number 3 for me. So let's start by seeing if it is resonating with you with some other oracles and images, and then we see 2 rows of tarots for the first impression and then the last impression that people have of you, their soul. So this one. Okay. So pile number 3, we do have a mirror with a mouse and with some food, in here, but you're not seeing yourself. And then we do have an apple. Very intriguing. This is for temptation. This could be for sure also for authenticity, as we do see a flow, a hole in here. So, and a lot of energy is coming into this apple. A lot of things are happening. So the main energy that people do perceive of you, pile number 3, their soul, are of somebody who is really digging something, who is really trying to see yourself. I mean, it's like you are having this beautiful and rich path where you are trying to mirror yourself, so unafraid of the consequences, because sometimes this work is very hard. It's like the light work. It's like bringing into the light some kind of shadows and darknesses that you may have. And it's like you're not afraid to be to make a step back and really see yourself for who you truly are and move into the direction of authenticity, because I do interpret that as authenticity first of all. And this card is really as a special meaning for me. A lot of energies are coming in, so it's like a flow that you let in. And also the word flow error, mistakes, being imperfect. It's like you show everything you have and who you truly are to people. And this is so rare. And I'm really feeling like authenticity is a possible key here. Being so playful, by the way, as well. So regarding the first impression, I want 4 cards for pile number 3. Pile number 3. Wow. You have the Empress. You have the Devil, very resonating with temptations. You have Death card. And you have the King of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we do have the 8 of Pentacles. So the first impression that people and strangers do have of you is like somebody who is very dedicated to studies, into educational world. So I don't know if you study a lot of things that are for, for school properly, but also this is being very passionate and being very informed on things, very curiosity that you have, and some sort of discipline in studying things, in just some kind of mentality that is very scientific too, but is like pushing you to the limit of knowing new things and to get better and better with your knowledge, and also some kind of awakening, exchange of information, but from the pragmatical hard work that you put into things. And I feel like they do perceive you as very beautiful with the Empress, very abundant, very feminine energy, so very also with work and with your adventures, the things that you pick in life. And I'm feeling like you have a lot of projects. So this lady is always pregnant. So good ideas, good intentions. Maybe it's like you love to party a lot as well. And it's like you bring your motherish and sexy also beautiful energies to other people around you to have a feast, I'm feeling like with this Devil, is like sometimes, the Devil and the Death card together is some sort of awakening and transformation. It's like they do perceive sometimes that you're too materialistic. So it's like you're enchained and unsatisfied with a lot of dependencies that could be for some kind of you, for sure, alcohol or much more serious things, but it could be shopping. It's like a nessus in the materialistic things that you have around, so such as also for food, for wine. Is like you're not understanding your limits, and sometimes you overdo things, and this is like being not very satisfied with your life, even though you're so abundant. Okay, this Death card and this beautiful King of Pentacles is like the final transformation, so male and female energies that are coming. And with this card is like you're very essential into things. You're not afraid to transform yourself in a much more mature, redefined version of yourself. And also maybe that you're able to exclude things that are considered bad by you and for you. So, but also very good looking, very beautiful as this apple and as tempting as this apple. So you are such a temptation to them. You are so juicy, if we are speaking about. So the apple, so hot as well, and so devilish in the way maybe you bring some sort of toxicity at their highs as the first exchange that they have with your energies, with your vibe. That's why I'm so curious, pile number 3, to see their last impression of you. Okay, so I want 4 cards as well. This one, this one, and this one. Ooh. Okay. So at the back of the deck, we do have, wow, this is the Queen. I'm feeling like you're giving a lot of extra solidity as the energies that you bring. This Queen of Pentacles is resonating with this Empress, so abundance also, in the harvest. So this is gardening, this is taking care of the house. And with this King of Pentacles as well, is like you are very a complete personality, a very structured personality that brings a lot of happiness into the family, very a caretaker for the house and for the guests that you are inviting at your at your parties, at your feasts. And I feel like those two are part of the same couple, of the same family, that likes to the family likes to group people around and to share wine, food, and abundance of the harvest. You also have the Two of Wands. We have the Emperor. Okay, I'm feeling like something is matching in here. They do perceive you as very precise with your energies, very complete personality. The Six of Swords and the Three of Cups. I told you this tree was like a memory of feasting, of having some kind of feast banquet. I'm feeling like a lot of fun in here is coming along with your abundance. So very passionate, by the way, because I do perceive these two. You see the reddish color in here for being such a higher level of, it's like when you are in charge of something officially, and it's like you give this vibe to people. So someone who is a lot of austerity, I would say, and abundance for sure, but you show them how you can be a leader and share your leadership, your authority. You are very such a party organizer, I would say. You set the rules in your house, in your property, in your kingdom. It's like you are moving to something for the best, and it's like you being more inclusive with friendships. With their Three of Cups remind me also, and recalling these three balloons, and I'm feeling like you love to gather with people and drink, share food, the things that are important for you. And this is like your target, you have your mission. It's like you have your mind very clear. I'm feeling like you are such a caretaker, such a sweetheart, full of energies, a lot of introspection in the things and your projects. Also I would say with your vision and with the objectives that you have. And I'm feeling like with these two of sort of wands, is like you have a globe in your hand, that is for compassion, but is a brand new word, properly, literally, not only as a symbol. And I'm really grabbing the sensation that you do want to set new limit, to set new boundaries to your territory. I feel like a lot of expansion. This is like an ambition card, a vision card. You're deciding which way to go. It's like you having two roads, and this is so beautiful. You're deciding what tribe you want to stay in, and what people, socially speaking, you want by your side. And this is so empowering. It's like you are such a welcoming person, by the way, in the second version. So in the last impression that they have, is like you're enlarging this toxicity, this, steadiness, stubbornness on maybe exaggerating things that you had. And it's like by cleaning your energies, you're still prolific, and it's like you complete yourself. So it's really like the first impression that they do have of you, that people have of you, is like matching perfectly, step by step, with everything that you have inside. And it's like a very rich personality that you have, with a lot of major arcana, so big energies, let me say. Dear soul. So, and such a juicy temptation for other as well, full of sometimes, yes, not very always good energies, but I'm feeling like you are super beautiful, super hot, super decided and organized, and such a caretaker and ambitious, passionate, also in love with their friends and inner circle and tribe, okay? And you love to make parties. and offer food and wine. That's what it comes to me. So this was everything for today, my dear explorers. So I hope that you enjoy and that are taking only the things that are applying to your case. You have my blessing, and I see you the next time. Bye.